Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammad. طيب, today we're starting from page 85, chapter 15, I think. Okay. We ended yesterday on you should not be taking the line as sutra for us. No, it can't be. Some people, they think that it can be done based on a weak hadith. The hadith is not authentic, it's weak. طيب. We come to the page 89, starting with announcing, declaring the intention. Have you seen that before? People, as they start their salah, they say, نويت أن أصلي الظهر 4 ركعات لله تعالى. Right? مقتديا بالإمام, taking the Imam as my leader. Then why don't you mention his name and his ID number? Go ahead. Come on. And the ID number and stuff. Why? Why do you have to mention that? I haven't seen someone, as he say goodbye to his family, going to work, نويت أن أذهب إلى العمل, I intend to go to work. Will anyone be doing this? No. So the intention takes place automatically, not manually. I don't like manual things, especially in car. I like everything automatic. And I like the intention to go automatic. If somebody stops you as you're going to perform wudu, he asks you, where are you going? Salam. Okay. If somebody asks you, you say, I'm going to perform wudu. What does this mean when someone stops you and asks you, then you tell him? It means things are going automatically, intention. It's embarrassing, especially for the new converts, to see these kind of nonsense addition to the rituals. That you have to mention, what are you planning to do, how many rak'ah, etc., etc. No need. So suppose you made a mistake and he said, نويت أن أصلي الظهر, while you are praying Asr. Which one should be taken? The heart or the tongue? The heart. Correct? Are you with me? If you're not with me, you're against me. Right? Yeah. This is one of the mistakes. And this is innovation. Abu Rabi', one of the scholars, said, الجهر بالنية وبالقراءة خلف الإمام ليس من السنة. Declaring the intention, and you'll be distracting the person. He's with the Imam listening to the ayat, for example, then hears someone saying, I am planning to pray 4 rak'ah. No. Look, we have this problem, and we have another problem. Someone is reading behind the Imam while the Imam is reciting publicly. So he said, it is not of the Sunnah. He said, but it's makruh. If it causes tashwish yani disturbance, it will be grabbing the attention of others in the prayer, then it becomes haram. Why? He says, Niyya min a'mal al-qulub. Niyya is of the actions of the heart. Look, not only my hand has actions, the heart has actions. What are the things that I use my hand for? Grabbing, taking, lifting, right? What are the actions of the heart? Can anyone tell me? Actions of the heart. Nobody knows. Huh? Taking what? The actions of the heart are tawakkul, khawf, fearing Allah, hoping Allah, depending on Allah, compliance to Allah. The compliance is the compliance of the heart, not the compliance of the body. The compliance is the الخضوع خضوع القلب وليس خضوع الجسد. Yeah. So this is the action of the heart. We should know what are the actions of the heart. That requires a special lecture about that. Actions of the heart. So one of the actions of the heart is the intention. The intention of the hand, the act of the hand is to do anything. The action of the heart, the intention. Yeah. And some other people, wallahi, they do that. نويت أن أصلي صلاة. Wow, didn't work out. Let's repeat it. نويت أن أصلي صلاة الظهر 4 ركعات. This is waswasa. Look, when you want to worship Allah, you have to worship Him wisely, under the light of the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why we have problem with madhabiyya. The madhabs are supposed to be bridged to the Sunnah. Now this becomes the opposite. The madhab, the Sunnah becomes the bridge to the madhab. Problem, Allah. Yeah. And guess what they do? Look, they are taught to do that. They say, 14 seconds you have to keep saying Allahu Akbar. While you're saying Allahu Akbar, you are also reading what you're going to do. So, Allahu Akbar. During the Allahu Akbar, you should be giving these terms that I'm intending to pray, etc., etc. You think this person is saved from waswas of the devil? He is not saved. Anyway, so he says, النية من أعمال القلوب, intention is of the actions of the hearts. فالجهر بها بدعة, announcing it, declaring it is a matter of innovation, and in addition to this, disturbing those who pray. Which makes it haram ijma'an, by consensus, with agreement of scholars. That becomes haram. And that causes waswasa. What's the meaning of waswasa in English? Whispering. Waswasa. The Prophet never did it, ﷺ, nor his companions. They used not to utter anything like that, except in one case. لبيك اللهم متعة. That's in Hajj. And this is not declaring intention. This is in itself a part of the ritual. You're saying labbaika. You're not saying I'm intending. No. This is a part of the Hajj ritual. Only in this we know something which looks like declaring an intention, which is not. It looks like, but it's not declaring intention. Okay? Yeah. And لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة. There have been for you of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam a good model to follow. Prophet didn't do it. His companions didn't do it. Some people are stricken with cancer. Some people are stricken with fever. Some people are stricken with arguing. And they say to you, even if the Prophet didn't do it, doesn't mean haram to do it. Not everything the Prophet did not do, it means we should not do. See? When you see that, this is a sign that this person has sickness and disease. Shafi'i rahimahullah said, but we follow the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in terms of doing, in terms of leaving. The sunnah is not only to do what the Prophet did, but to leave what the Prophet left. Leaving what the Prophet left is sunnah. Now he's saying that the reason of this whispering أن النية تكون حاضرة في قلب هذا الموسوس ويعتقد أنها ليست في قلبه. He says the reason behind that is that the intention is ready in the heart of this person, but he thinks it's not in his heart until he brings it out by his tongue. No. Then he says, he's saying that كان صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا قام إلى الصلاة قال الله أكبر ولم يقل شيئا قبلها. Ibn al-Qayyim is saying that the Prophet ﷺ, he used to, when he stand to the prayer, he says Allahu Akbar, saying nothing before that. And never he uttered the niyyah. And never he said, I pray to Allah. They also say, taking the Qibla as my direction. Big deal. Nobody knows that you're going to take the Qibla as direction until you say it. Yeah. Praying 4 rak'ah. He's quoting what those people say. Praying 4 rak'ah, imaman, or if he's behind, ma'muman. That includes when he goes like this, I am praying ma'mum, taking this imam as my imam. But suppose you did not say that. The prayer is not accepted. They will say to you, no, it is accepted. So we don't need it. Etc. Narrated by Aisha radiallahu anha, قالت كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يستفتح الصلاة بالتكبير. Imagine if a person wants to exercise something with his wife, saying, نويت أن Imagine if this happens. Why only in the prayer, ya akhi? Why everything, your intention goes automatically except in the prayer? Why? Narrated by Aisha radiallahu anha, قالت كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يستفتح الصلاة بالتكبير. She said the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم used to be establishing, يستفتح, that means taking the beginning of his salah used to be beginning with takbir. Nothing else. And when that person who prayed maybe quickly, the Prophet ﷺ said to him, stand up and re-pray, for you did not pray. I think you know the hadith. Then he said, Wallahi, oh Rasulullah, Wallahi, I cannot do a better prayer. Please teach me. So the Prophet taught him. This hadith, we call it titled as Salat al-Musi Salatahu. The one who did not make his prayer better, or badly he did it. He made it badly. So the Prophet taught him. So among the things that he taught him, that you begin the prayer with, you begin istiftah with takbir, nothing else. طيب. He said, he said, إجماع العلماء على أنه إذا خالف اللسان القلب فالعبرة بما في القلب. I mentioned that before. I said, what is considered is what the heart intends, not what the tongue utters. So, if there is an opposition between what you utter and what you intend, what is considered is what you utter or what you intend? What you utter or what you intend? What you intend. Naam. He's saying here something, let me try to understand it. He said there is a contradiction For the one who says that you should compare doing two things at the same time, that takbir should تلفظ بها. No, he's saying how, if I didn't understand that. كيف سينطق بالنية في الوقت الذي يكون لسانه مشغولا بالتكبير. He's saying how he'll be bringing his intention in present to present while his tongue is busy with, oh yes, I understand that. This is how I figured it to you. That he keeps saying Allahu Akbar, Allah, while he's bringing the intention that he's going to pray 4 rak'ah behind the Imam, Salat al-Dhuhr, etc. How can he bring that intention while his tongue is busy with Allah, and he made it long until the intention comes from the heart? Wallahi hadha, we call it in Arabic takalluf, getting deeply for nonsense kind of action. Alhamdulillah ala ni'mati sunnah. If Allah intends good with a person, He will guide him to the sunnah, or by one who teach him the sunnah. This is a favor by itself. Ni'mah from Allah. طيب. Section or chapter or section 18. He's saying that عدم تحريك اللسان في التكبير وقراءة القرآن وسائر أذكار الصلاة. Among the common mistakes in prayer, not moving the tongue in the takbir, and going like that. Or those who come, for example, at Maghrib or Isha or Fajr, if they want to perform al-Fajr because they lost it with the Imam. I can see that even the Imam who leads the prayer and behind him 2 or 3 people, he does not declare the recitation. It's not only with the first Imam. No. If you lost the prayer and you are Imam now, so you have to read quickly. We have many mistakes, such as, for example, if I go to another masjid, maybe, no offense, to the masjid in front, and if I say, if the Imam say, وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ, you don't find anyone saying, I mean, except someone who's new. He doesn't know about the madhab of the masjid. So if you say, Ameen, people will be upset with you. Or, if a person move his finger like this, and he is in that masjid, wallahi, in some masjid they did it. They took his finger and they were about to break it. There's a new Muslim, new convert. MashaAllah, he's teacher now. He speaks 6 languages. He's from Holland. And he prayed in one of those masjids. And he was trying to stick his foot to the foot of the one who's next to him. That guy, he took his foot like this. And he hit his feet by his feet. And this one was embarrassed, this brother. He's a new Muslim. I said, be patient, akhi. This person is ignorant. Be patient. I don't know, some people are demon possessed because of their ignorance. Astaghfirullah. Anyway. Yeah. So he's saying, among the mistakes is not moving the tongue in takbir and reciting the Quran or adhkar, and let it pass by the heart without mentioning it, yani uttering it by tongue. As if the prayer is only deeds, but not utterances. Yeah, they're doing now the opposite. Look, nawaitu an usalli, okay. But if he pray, he doesn't move his mouth. He only moved his mouth when he wanted to utter the intention. La ilaha illallah. Wallah, sometimes it's strange. I saw someone who's praying like this. I mean, criminal signals on his face. He doesn't utter, the utterance is important. Do you know that even if I take wudu and I'm in the bathroom, I move my lips with Bismillah? Some people ask always, can we say Bismillah while we're in the bathroom, etc.? I say to them, at least move your lips with it. He's saying, وَلَوْ كَانَ تَمْرِيرُ الْآيَاتِ عَلَى الْقَلْبِ مُجْزِئًا فِي الصَّلَاةِ. If passing the ayat, yani scanning them, passing them on the heart without reciting them, then why the Prophet said to the one who made his prayer wrongly, then read with what Allah had made it easy for you to remember among the Quran. Now, he said that is why scholars decided. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is regarding junub. If a person is junub, can he read the Quran or he cannot read the Quran? And now he said it is okay that he let the ayat of Allah passes by his heart since he has junub, or if the woman is ha'id. Now that's another, menses, she has the menses. That is, some people say, but as for me, I do not find any very clear hadith that makes it haram on the person, on the junub or the ha'id to read the Quran. I didn't find. If someone finds, please help me and bring it to me. I don't find.
What is junud? What's junud?
Not junud, junub.
What's junud?
It's good you ask. Having wet dreams. Wet dreams. But don't think that it's only when you have dream. No. The word wet dream, we have problem with it. Okay? Let's say that having this, let's call it ejaculation. Okay? It's more clear. Now, chapter number 19 here, he's saying among the mistakes تعدد أخطاء المسلمين حال وقوف في حالة وقوفهم بين يدي ربهم عز وجل فتارة يتركون السنن وتارة يقتحمون المكروهات ويحسبونها من السنة. Sometimes people when they pray while standing before Allah the Almighty, sometimes they leave what is sunnah, matters of sunnah, or sometimes they rush to do what is makruh, thinking that it is of sunnah while it's not. This is how they found their fathers doing. So among those mistakes, ترك رفع اليدين عند التحريمة والركوع وعند الرفع منه. Among the mistakes, raising the hands. What is the first raising hand in the prayer? What is the first one we do? Tahrim, takbiratul ihram, right? That's number one. Number two, when you're going to ruku'. Number three,
after ruku'.
When you raise from ruku'. Correct. Number four, no, not to the sujood, because you already made one after you had ruku'.
When you're standing up for the
Yeah.
third rakah.
Second.
When you stand up from the first tashahhud. So, standing for the fourth rak'ah, you do not raise your hand. Right. Narrated by Ibn Umar that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to, when he started the prayer, he used to raise his hands till his shoulder like that. And when he raised himself from ruku'. and when he raises to perform the third one. And he doesn't do it when he raises from the fourth one. This is the Sunnah. Now, some people argue with you and they say, no, there is another narration by Ibn Mas'ud that the Prophet, he showed people how to pray and he did not raise his hands. And that becomes a matter of disagreement. Now, we say there are many, many, many companions, they saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam raising the hands. Many, not only one, not only two, no, a lot. So why don't we take it? They say Ibn Mas'ud didn't do it. طيب يا أخي. Ibn Mas'ud didn't do it? Okay. Ibn Mas'ud said, remember this. It's very good. And take a copy from that, what I'm recording. This is a very important point, so listen carefully to it. Are you ready? Ibn Mas'ud said that in the tashahhud, after the Prophet died, before he died, we used to say, Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabi. After he died, we changed to Assalamu ala nabi. Have you heard of that before? This is authentic in Bukhari. Ibn Mas'ud, he changed the form, the words of tashahhud. And he can never do that by opinion, except but why he took from the Prophet ﷺ, who used to be teaching them the tashahhud as if he is teaching them to remember, to memorize the surah from the Quran. Now, so Ibn Mas'ud changed it. Why don't you change it? Why don't you say Assalamu ala Nabi? That's what Ibn Mas'ud said. It's a matter of madhabiyya. We raised like this, we remain like this. There's one Catholic priest, after I was giving efforts to refute and to discuss with them, and they have no chance to refute me at all. What did he say to me? Thank you, we respect what you said, but I was born Catholic and I will die as Catholic. That's what they said. That's what he said to me. Finish. There's no more way to discuss with him. As if he's saying to me, the hujjah, your evidence, have been received. Thank you. And if this is a matter, his punishment is big when he received the hujjah and he refused it and denied it. That's number one. Number two, Ibn Mas'ud sometimes, as any companion also, sometimes he misses the sunnah and someone else remind him. Do you know that Ibn Mas'ud said that I don't add in my mushaf anything except what I have taken from Rasulullah. And he, firstly, he thought that قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ is a supplication, is not surah. But since all Sahaba agreed on that Quran when they compiled it, for sure Ibn Mas'ud was one of them, because we did not hear any disagreement after that. After it was compiled, no disagreement had taken place. So some of the companions may miss something, like Umar radiallahu anhu. He used to think that tayammum can be taken from the minor hadath. What is the minor hadath? Can anyone explain to me? Hadath al-asghar. What is the minor hadath? Minor hadath is, that means if you farted, if you lost your wudu by farting, by going to the bathroom, by sleeping, okay? Not by touching a wife. This is also a problem, because people think that if you touch your wife just like that, no more wudu. And the wife says to her husband, buy me clothes. He says, no. Okay, go make another wudu. Well, Yeah. I want to buy something. I want to. No. Okay, go. Take another wudu. The Prophet ﷺ used to be kissing his wife after he took wudu. Then he go to the masjid after kissing his wife. So why did I come to this? What was I saying before? SubhanAllah. Oh. Anyway. Yeah. Umar. Umar used to think that tayammum is from the minor hadath, not the major hadath. What is the major hadath? Such as what we mentioned before, ejaculation. What else? Is there any woman down or? Yeah. If the two private parts meet, mere meeting, even without entering, that will be causing what? Ghusl. Even if they met. It's not only ejaculation. So, in this case, meeting between the two private parts and the ejaculation will be causing ghusl. If there's no water, Umar radiallahu anhu said, you have to wait for water. Ammar corrected him. He said, Umar, don't you remember when the Prophet said, alayhi so and so about the major janaba, that you can even use it for tayammum? Umar said to him, are you sure? I don't recall. Are you sure? I leave it to you. He said, Wallahi, I was with you, and the Prophet said that to me. So Umar did not know that you can make tayammum because of having big hadath like janaba, ejaculation, or etc. He thought that this tayammum is only for losing wudu. That's Umar. He did not know about that. Okay. So if the Prophet left something, I like that. I like it too much when they say the Prophet did not raise his hand, so we don't raise our hand in prayer. I like it. Because they'll be contradicting themselves when you ask them, did the Prophet do Miladun Nabi? Mawlid. Did he celebrate his birthday? They say no. So why do you do it? Contradiction. Did you get me? Yeah. So, it is not allowed for someone who hears that the Prophet used to be raising his hands, then he says, no, that's not my madhab. That's why the leaders of those madhabs, you know, they are the leaders of the madhab while they did not lead it. You think Shafi'i, he knew that there's madhab under his name? No. Abu Hanifa? No. None of them. That's why they used to be saying beautiful word. إذا صح الحديث فهو مذهبي. If the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ had been proven authentic, that's my madhab. Those imitators of the madhab, they applied all the madhab except in this, don't imitate me. Shafi'i said, don't imitate me. They imitated Shafi'i in everything except in saying, don't imitate me. So he's saying here, beautiful word. He said, Shafi'i himself said it. لا يحل لأحد. It is not permissible, allowed for anyone. سمع حديث رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. He heard that the messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم used to be raising his hands, and he says, it's not my madhab, and he leaves it. Don't say that this is ahkam ruling, it's okay. La, this is a matter of doctrine. This is a matter of aqidah. That you see clearly that the Prophet was doing something and you don't do it. it turns to become a matter of عقيدة. تتحول المسألة إلى مسألة عقيدة لما تجد أن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم فعل شيئا وأنت تقول مذهبي لا يقول بذلك. الآن انتقلت المسألة من أحكام إلى عقائد. I have to say it, some brothers are without speaking Arabic. Is that clear? So the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam should be taken primarily before the madhab. Barakallahu feekum wa sallallahu sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Is there any question? No question?
Question. How do you get tayammum?
How can I get to you while you are so away from me? What?
How do you get a tayammum? As you said, like, how would cause a tayammum?
How do you perform the young?
How do you perform a tayammum?
If you are here, we'll be hearing you. That's why, look, there is nahi, prohibition by the Prophet ﷺ that people will be away from the majlis. It's better that you get all this covered. Okay, how do we? It's easy. If you find anything that must be consisting some dust, even like a wall, you don't need to bring, a sack of what do you call that, sand. Then no, anything dusty, even the carpet may be dusty. You go like this, and then like that. That's all. You don't need to go like this. Some people they go like this. Takalluf.
What about feet? No?
No. Only just like that. This one like this, and rubbing the face. That's why religion should not be taken by mind. If you want to take the religion by mind, we'll be saying, what about feet? Let's also make tayammum on the feet.
What if there's water nearby, Sheikh? What if there's water nearby, like a stream or a lake, something like that?
What if there is what?
If there's water nearby, you can still do the tayammum, or you have to go and
لا خلاص مع وجود الماء يبطل شيء اسمه تيمم. With the existence of any possible water available, tayammum will be.
How far? Where if the water's far?
Look, this is another matter, and I need to check it out, but I think that if you have wudu already based on the tayammum you had, and you find water, do you have to take another wudu because your previous wudu was through tayammum? What I believe that it's still valid until you lose your wudu. Was that your question?
No.
What?
Let's say you need to make wudu or tayammum.
Yeah.
But you know there's maybe water 1 mile away, or less than 1 mile. But it's a stream or a lake.
You have to go to it unless you fear losing the time of prayer or there's an enemy.
Dirty water or very cold water, or
There's a difference between dirty and not good water. The dirt may be defined differently. If you mean by the word dirt, that means it's really just like urine or, okay? Then no. But if it's just like the water is not really clean, it's not good for cooking, it's not good for drinking, but it's still water, then you use it for wudu. Does this cover the question? Or partly?
no, the answer is
Yeah.
Sometimes you're outside and it's cold. Like some people, they live in a village and they don't have water, and the small rivers are a bit far and cold in the winter.
If it's cold, it's okay.
Can you do tayammum, or you just jumping in the water in winter? So.
Do you need to jump into the water if you want to make wudu?
No, for
What?
no, not for wudu.
What?
For ghusl.
Ghusl.
Yeah.
If you fear for yourself, now that happened with me. You have to know that sometimes even this bathroom there, it happened to me. While I want to come and give Friday sermon 2 weeks ago. So I turned on the water and it decided not to be hot. And people are waiting here for me. That was last week. No, the week before, yeah. So I have, if in this case, you can still bear the cold water. Unless if it's really unbearable and you fear for yourself that you may get sick, then that's another case. طيب? And by the way, they say that the cold water makes the person more active. Wallahu a'lam. Barakallahu feekum. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.